Hey YouTube, what's going on? Mike over here, W1SRR. I'm at work. I have some downtime and decided to open up my bag, my QRP kit, and organize it somewhat. Uh, um, it's 2 or 3 weeks after my 14 state rove, and really needs to just open it up, make sure everything's good, the batteries are topped off and whatnot. But I had a lot of questions in regards to the kit because I did this all QRP, and I just wanted to share what all I use for my activations. Not included in this particular video because I left them in my vehicle, is my pole. I just use a 30-foot pole, which is about 10 meters. And the base, which is a drive arm base, and I use that to hold the pole. Also not shown here are my HTs. So I have two HTs, which I usually walk around with. Not all on at the same time. That would be kind of weird, but people do it. I do use the ID50 for D-Star, and I usually use that in between the parks when I drive from one park to another, and I want to talk to my friends. And then at the parks, I use the Yaesu VX6R. Great rig. It's a tri-band radio. It's heavy duty. It can handle the rigors of being in a park or doing a hike or camping or climbing a summit. So anyway, let's get to my bag and its kit. Right here, this is where I store everything. It's a sling bag by 511. 511 makes a lot of tactical equipment and uniforms and things of that nature for police, fire, and the military. So it's big. It's bigger than most sling bags, which is nice because it can fit a lot of this equipment. Plus, if I really wanted to, I can probably put some more. But in order to keep the weight down, I always try to come up with something new and better. And I'll show you in a second why I said this. We're going to go down from left to right. And actually, this is going to be my throw bag. It's got about 150 foot of line and a 10-ounce weaver bag. So I can go ahead and chuck that over a tree if I need to. This is extra rope and line that I use. And really don't use it that much. I carry it, and that's just in case I need any extra. I have 150 foot here. This is just extra stuff. Working over to the right, everyone's favorite auto tuner, the Elecraft T1. Hardly ever use it because most of my antennas are resonant, but I carry it anyway just in case. Next over, Chameleon just came out with this SW analyzer. I love this. So every so often I'll check my SWRs after I throw it up on a tree, an antenna on the tree or anything like that. And it's a great tool, super easy to use, and I highly recommend it. If you don't want to walk around with a rig expert or anything like that, that's kind of expensive, this will work. Every operator needs to have a flag. No, they don't really, but I like to carry mine around. We're going to go down. What every operator does need is the logbook. And now you walk around with a mini log. A lot of people like to go with a computer or their iPads or anything like that. I'm minimalistic, so I try not to carry any of that stuff around with me because I have to worry about batteries. I have to worry about another added expense, the weight involved. So at least carry one logbook. Even if you carry the computer, you should always have something paper just in case that fails. And have more than one pen. Unfortunately, I'm showing one pen. Okay, moving on over. For digital work, the QRP Labs QDX digital transceiver. Awesome rig, 5 watts, FT8 all day. Next to it's a no-name brand power SWR meter from Amazon. I think it's a little expensive for what it is, but it works great. If anybody's seen my videos and showing off the QDX, you will see that it almost, I want to say it reflects what your usage is. So it's very nice. I think it does up to 15 watts, so it's good to go. My favorite radio right now is the TX500. This is a nice rig because of it's lightweight in comparison. It's heavy duty, and it's worked for me for the last 2 months that I've been doing activations, and that's the radio I've used for every single state that I activated during my 14-state rove. Plus, I activated a couple of states parks afterwards. So here in Florida, the microphone for it. Down here are two batteries. These are Talent cells. Talent cell batteries. They're from Amazon. They're 3 amp hour batteries. I carry 2 because I am thinking of getting myself another digital rig so I can do single operator 3 radios as opposed to single operator 2 radio that I could do right now. So I have the second battery, and it's always good to have a second battery anyway. It's currently charged up to there, and it's saying it's charged. It's green, so that's good. Those batteries are topped off. The nice thing about this is it's got an on and off switch at the battery. I can unplug it here, plug in my other one here, my power cord, and the power cord will go from here to the TX500. So awesome. As you can see on my power cord for the TX500, it has the Anderson power poles, so I can swap those out if I want to use one of my Bioenos or anything like that. I have another power source. Also, the really nice thing about this, not only does this plug into there, but also plugs into the radio. So with a DC, so I can use the power cord over here, just unplug it here, and I could plug that over to the radio, to this radio. So it's less wiring. It goes right there, and it's less wiring. So less things to worry about. Last but not least are my antennas. I like to walk around with resonant antennas, and they're all set up. And this is basically a 20 meter end-fed antenna. It's with the spark plug balun, and I do have a filter for it, 20 meter filter, as well as 25 foot of coax from ABR Industries. This is basically my setup. On this one over here, I have the same type of setup, 25 foot ABR coax with the built-in ferrites, 15 meter filter, spark plug antenna, and it works great. Last but not least, I have the PAC-10 dipole. It's a linked dipole for 20 and 40 meter. For this one, it's almost resonant on 20 meter. 40 meter, it's kind of iffy. So you gotta, the way I deploy it has to be just right. Otherwise, the SWRs are going to be a little high. And every time that ever happened, I just didn't use it, for that matter. I could have tuned it with the T1, but I'd rather use just a resonant antenna. But it's good to know if I actually really need to do 40 meter, I have the T1 there, and I can do it with this antenna setup. Super lightweight, doesn't weigh nothing, maybe about 8 or 9 ounces. Everything together, I want to say it's about 7 or 8 pounds. So not heavy. And I would rather carry a gallon of water into the field than carry 20 or 30 pounds worth of radio gear. So you figure 7 or 8 pounds here, 8 pounds of water, which is a gallon, and that's a 16 pounds. And you can hike almost anywhere with that. Of course, you want to also bring other stuff, but this is my POTA gear. Anyways, talk to you later, and enjoy. If any questions, just drop me a line.